Hi there, people. This is me, Amelia, back with Disney 100 Jeopardy, the first time since Valentine's Day.
57th episode of Disney 100 Jeopardy.
Hope you're doing good, Brian Perry. I know I am.
And thank you so much for joining me. Let's bring in the rules.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Let them scroll across the bottom of the screen. They're the same rules as always, so if this is your first time playing, welcome in. Thank you.
No,
so
this
much
is
for being
not.
here.
This will be my 8th video overall on my playlist.
I don't care. I won't know you're doing so.
Oh, there was another.
Be my guest in last week's
Be my guest on the orange belt.
The final Jeopardy category was
going through all our.
That was Disney, where I showed you a poster of a specific
the
movie
Wild,
that
which came out in 2006, which is an analog of this year.
That, of course, carries over to this episode, but I'm changing it up a little bit.
I forgot about
Instead
that.
of showing you a poster, I'll actually show you a snippet of a scene from that movie.
And there was another Daily Double
that plus 4 brand new
submitted
categories headed your way. So
the best Disney show. Okay.
Once again, that was Disney. Will be the first category you're playing today. The second category. Somehow this was highly requested. It is sandwiches. You might remember a few weeks ago I did Pixar sandwiches, where I gave you 2 Pixar movies, and you had to tell me which film was released in between those 2, hence the sandwich name. Then I did it for Disney, and then some of you were like, I wish that you actually did a sandwich category. So, ask and you shall receive. It's all about sandwiches in Disney movies. The third category you'll be playing. Names in songs.
Ooh.
Shout out to Jam Tucker for this category. I love it.
They still need to do Disney and
Disney
ABCs.
lyrics with random names thrown in the middle
animals
of them. Now, I'm not
and
talking about
titles
lyrics where they
and
reference the main character from the movie. It's usually just a random name. Maybe a character you don't even meet in the film. This will be 5 clues all about songs
Disney
that feature
titles
those
and
random names. The fourth category you'll be playing, your Disney Park category of the week, it is cues. I will show you a picture of a cue line from either Walt Disney World or Disneyland, and you will have to identify what attraction you would be waiting for if you were standing in that queue. And the final category you are playing today, Aye, Captain. This is all about Captain America in the MCU. I need to start sprinkling in a little more Marvel and Star Wars as we get further along in this series, and we're starting
the Disney Renaissance. That was my other category.
All about Steve
so
Rogers,
Disney and Disney ABCs, Disney Renaissance, and animals and titles. Consider all of those categories for me, Brian, please.
Each. Hopefully go 5 for 5. Make 1,000 points under your belt. Let's kick things off by looking at the board and starting with, well, that was Disney. Ooh,
that's the brave little toaster.
I think you're jealous.
Sure, I'm jealous of a bunch of dimwits.
Kirby, and that's Lampy, and Radio, and Blanky. Oh, that's the vacuum cleaner. People should know this one.
The correct answer is the brave
That's
little
what I just said, the brave little toaster.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember that much from the original.
The brave little toaster goes on a roller coaster.
I do remember a lot about the second one.
I just made a rhyme.
The rescue. There's like a virus and a computer.
And then
anyway,
there's the Mars one.
Eventually, we move on to the second clue of the game. It's the first one from the sandwich category, and it's worth 200. These 2 characters from Frozen claim they finish each other's sandwiches.
Is it Anna and Elsa, or... Oh, Hans and Anna.
The correct answer is Prince Hans.
Prince Hans and Anna.
I mean, it's crazy. We finish each other's
sandwiches.
That's what I was gonna say.
We move on to names in songs for 200. Samantha is randomly called out by this character while he sings.
Oh yeah, from the Christmas category at the end of 2023, heading into 2024.
We've got back-to-back Frozen clues. The correct answer here, of course, is
the
Olaf.
Teenage Snowman, and who Abigail Carson got a cake out of on her birthday.
Let's go wait in line at a Disney park. A memorable cue for sure. What are you waiting for?
Is it Space Mountain?
That's a very deceptive cue. The correct answer is Space Mountain.
Yes, I got it right!
Empty hole.
What a great roller coaster at Magic Kingdom. Goes back to my rhyme. The brave little toaster goes on a roller coaster. What do you think that for a rhyme, Brian Perry?
Nonetheless, podcast. I also love the music that plays.
Aww.
So much rather be there right now. All right, it's time for our final clue of the cupcake round. It belongs to Aye, Captain. Steve Rogers, Captain America, was played by this actor in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I don't know. Oh.
The correct answer is Chris Evans.
I know Elizabeth
Evans
Olsen was in Captain America, the younger sister of the Olsen twins, who unfortunately never appeared in the Full House sequel, Fuller House. And Elizabeth was another alternate choice to play Michelle.
Assemble.
Yeah, Chris Evans' role in the MCU is very different than his role
Oh,
in
there's another Chris Evans.
movie. Okay, we move on to the 400-point round. Hopefully you already went 5.
Taylor Alderdice, who's going to play the Hamilton musical.
Twice as much. We begin once again with, that was Disney.
Oh, let me see.
It's time to finish what I started.
You don't scare me
Oh,
anymore.
that's Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
Because I am a chihuahua.
I remember that. Or Hotel for Dogs. Underdog. Yeah, Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
The correct answer is Beverly Hills
Yes, I got it
Chihuahua.
right
And if you know me
again.
well, you know I'm going to include a dog, or specifically a Chihuahua, like my half Chihuahua bunny here, any opportunity I get. We move on to the sandwich category for the second time. Here you see a screenshot from Meet the Robinsons, and in Lewis's hand is an invention that creates this type of sandwich.
A chocolate sandwich?
The correct answer is a peanut
butter and jelly. Yum.
Question.
I like to eat
What's the
those in
number one
grilled
problem that
cheese
you face
sandwiches
when you make a peanut
when I
butter
have
and jelly
lunch.
sandwich?
Lewis, I don't think we...
Portion control. Too much peanut butter sticks to the roof of your mouth. Takes forever to chew. Too much jelly squishes out the sides and makes your hands all sticky.
Delicious.
Yeah.
We move on to names in songs for 4. According to Tangled, this ruffian collects ceramic unicorns.
Ruffian?
Who is Vladimir?
And Vladimir collects ceramic unicorns.
All right, let's move on now to cues for 400. One of the greatest cues of all time. What ride is this?
This looks like a Star Wars ride from Hollywood Studios. Oh yeah, Rise of the
Correct answer
Resistance.
is Rise of the Resistance.
That looks like fun. It'll be fun when Music Support Group Academy in Turtle
And we're on
Creek
to our
goes
second clue
to
from
Disney
Captain
World in May.
America. Steve hails from this part.
What is
of New York
Manhattan?
City.
I hope I'm right. I'm gonna guess Manhattan, but I'm not 100% sure.
The correct answer is the greatest borough of all.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Awesomeness.
You got hard, kid. Where you from?
Queens?
Brooklyn.
Tuh.
Love that.
Brooklyn
scene.
and
All right,
Manhattan,
10 clues
they're like
down. We move on to the
sister
third round now.
boroughs.
Each of these clues were at 600 points each. We once again go across the board and start with, that was Disney.
Oh, that's Freaky Friday.
Look at me.
With Jamie
I
Lee
know.
Curtis,
We seem to
who
be
my mom's
pretty
like, and
cool.
Lindsay
I beg
Lohan.
your pardon.
Lindsay Lohan
I
is
like
claiming
the
that she's making a
crypt
sequel
keeper.
of that
Okay, that's
movie.
enough.
I watched the movie briefly in August of 2021 when 2003 was an analog, but
The
I
answer I'm
haven't
looking for
watched it
is
since.
Freaky Friday.
We knew
Let's
that.
move on to sandwiches now for the third time. This character informs their teacher that Thursdays
Oh, that's
are
Lilo
sandwich
from
day,
Lilo
meaning
and
that they try to
Stitch.
feed their pet fish
Oh, my
a sandwich.
tween era. One of the best parts of my childhood.
That character is Lilo from Lilo and Stitch.
Why are you all wet?
It's sandwich day.
Huh. When I was 10, 11,
Every
12.
Thursday I take Pudge the Fish a peanut butter sandwich.
That was the best time to grow up
Move on
with
to some
Disney, in my
names in
opinion.
songs for
In
6.
addition to the
I
90s.
just finished the most wonderful story about a beanstalk and an ogre, and that's nice.
What's
Blank.
Marie?
The baguettes.
Marie.
Hurry up. You know the deal. Fill in the blank.
What borough in Westmoreland County does this
It's
belt
one of the
go
most
through?
underrated funny moments of
New
Beauty and the Beast when
Kensington.
Belle is talking to the baker after insulting him, by the way. There goes the baker with his tray like always. Yeah. Maybe he overheard her.
There
because
goes
when
the
she starts speaking,
therapist
he
with
just
her
cuts her off.
tray
He's like, yeah,
like
that's fine, whatever.
always.
Marie,
Since
the
that's who I
baguette.
used to
So, that's the
visit
correct answer.
whenever I
Who is
lived in
Marie?
Natrona Heights.
I just finished the most wonderful story about a beanstalk and an ogre and
I'm more familiar with the Allegheny River than the Ohio
All right,
River.
hopefully the wait isn't too long.
And
Let's
not
check
a
out another
YouTube
cue.
poop version.
Ooh, even though the line is empty, it takes you about 20 minutes to get through this empty queue. All right, maybe not
The
that much,
Haunted
but it is
Mansion.
a long one.
I'm
What
gonna guess the
attraction
Haunted
is-
Mansion. Or Indiana Jones, or whatever it is.
The correct answer is the Indiana Jones Adventure from
Oh!
Disneyland. I love this queue.
It's
A lot of it
Indiana
is outside,
Jones.
but then once you get indoors, it's like the attraction begins, and that thing just stretches and stretches and stretches under the train track and stretches some more until you get to one of the greatest rides in Disney history. All right, let's finish off the 600-point round with a little Captain America. The full titles of the 3 Captain America MCU movies.
Captain America Civil War.
The answer I am looking for is 1, Captain America, the First Avenger, 2,
Civil War.
Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and
Or
3,
how-
my favorite
Oh, that's pretty close to the
non-Avengers
Revolutionary
titled
War,
movie,
too.
MCU movie, Captain America Civil War.
That's the only one I'm familiar with.
Let's be real. Civil War was essentially Avengers Civil War, not just a Captain America movie, but it was great. Nonetheless, I love that movie so much.
How
All right,
about
let's move on
Schoolhouse
to now
Rock,
the
America
difficult
Rock?
800-point round. We're going to kick it off with a little, that was Disney.
Oh, that's Snow Dogs. Or is it? Oh, or that's Around the World in 80 Days.
Thank you.
I can tell because of the hot air balloon. It's Around the World in 80 Days.
The correct answer there is
Oz the Great and Powerful.
Great and Powerful.
I'm
Here
not
comes your fourth
familiar
clue
with
from
that
the
movie.
sandwich category.
That was when Disney
In
became
Lightyear,
bad.
when Buzz ends up in the future, he discovers that the common sandwich contains
2?
this many slices of bread.
2, I'm guessing? Or 1?
So in the future, they apparently are going to change sandwiches from having 2 slices of bread on the
Oh,
outside
that would
to
make
just
it
1 slice
open-faced.
of bread in the middle. Who knew?
Huh. This is, what's happening here?
Something wrong with your sandwich?
Why's the meat on the outside?
Because it's a sandwich?
No, the bread is supposed to be on the outside.
What, like bread meat bread?
That's too
Oh,
much
yeah, like
Yeah,
open-faced
but this is all
sandwiches in the
wet.
future.
Yeah, juicy fingers. That's the best part.
You know, there's something to be said about that making sense. There's a little part of me that's like, maybe there's some truth to that. Maybe we're onto something there. I don't know. Let's move on now to names in songs for the 4th time. Mildred, Diana,
Oh, Kiss
Rachel.
the Girl
3
from
names
The
spoken
Little
back
Mermaid.
to back during this song.
That's like, between Leetsdale
We'll
and
find it
Tarentum.
Sandwiched. Right in the middle. Kiss the Girl from The Little Mermaid.
Maybe I could guess. Is it, Mildred?
Oh, great scene.
Okay, no. How about Diana? Rachel?
Ariel, her name's Ariel.
Ariel?
Ariel?
Nothing
Yeah.
like walking through some Disney cues for 800
That's
points.
a great song.
Now that is cool looking. What are you waiting for?
Oh. The
That
Navi
is just
River
a
Journey.
snippet of the cue for Flight of Passage at Animal Kingdom. That thing, if you haven't done it yet, is so absurdly
Avatar.
detailed. From winding around outside by the waterfall and all that, to going inside to seeing the Avatar body. It's amazing. It's a ride in itself. Not a ride, but an attraction within itself. Okay, 1 clue left before we get to the 1,000-point round. This one belongs to Aye, Captain. During this MCU film, Captain America makes multiple appearances on a school's television
Is it
to talk to
from-
students about things
from
like gym class
2019?
and detention.
Captain Marvel. See,
It is one of the best forgotten parts of Spider-Man Homecoming, that's your correct answer. Yeah, where they roll in the old televisions. You remember that?
That was iconic.
Roll in a television and you
See,
were like, yes.
do you see what happens whenever I get clues about movies I grew up with?
Yeah,
like,
they roll in the TVs.
these classics,
and yeah, Captain
I'm
America
likely
talks.
to ace
And
them.
it is such an underrated scene. I love this part right here. Where
I know. Criticize me for being an old-fashioned young woman, but those are the movies I know the most about.
Nonetheless.
I remember earlier today my DSS Jeff suggested I should compete on this show. Shout out to you, Jeff, for suggesting this. And here comes the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire soundtrack.
The 1,000 point round. Hit it. Alright, 1,000 point round is headed your way. Here we go.
Ooh.
It starts with, that was Disney.
I don't like what you're insinuating.
That's gnome.
Insinuating. Illiterate.
Gnome.
I am not illiterate. My parents were
It's
married.
a movie I didn't watch very often, just like Sword in the Stone and the others.
I'll be honest,
It's
I
like
have
a
never
3D
seen
version of that
I don't really
movie.
plan on seeing that movie, and quite frankly, I
Oh,
don't think I
Romeo
ever will
and Juliet.
see that movie. The correct answer is Romeo and Juliet.
I'm surprised I knew the
Maybe
first
it's really
3
good.
films in the
I'm just laughing at the
lineup.
name, Romeo and Juliet.
I
Really?
knew The Brave Little
Whatever.
Toaster.
All right,
I
let's
knew,
move on now. Here comes your final sandwich clue for 1,000 points.
I knew.
In 101 Dalmatians, this puppy steals parts of Horace's sandwich.
Lucky?
He's always hungry, and he's always asking for food unless he's stealing it without asking. The correct answer is
Rolly.
All right. Guzzle the wet and I hope they give you collywobbles. That's what.
Three clues left on the board before Final Jeopardy. This one's going to be a tough one. I'll be honest with you, so if you get it, no extra credit for you, but mentally from me, good job. I wouldn't have gotten it. Let's see what it is. It's from Names and Songs. Thomas O'Malley reveals that this is his full name during the Thomas O'Malley cat tune in the Aristocats.
Ugh. I'm familiar with the song, but it's been a long time since I saw
to be
the
honest,
Aristocats.
when I was looking up lyrics with random names in it, I stumbled across this one, and I didn't realize this was Thomas O'Malley's name. I thought he was just spewing out some random names. No. The correct answer here is Thomas O'Malley's full name is Abraham DeLacy Giuseppe Casey Thomas O'Malley.
Oh, I
didn't
knew
know
that.
was his name. Thought he was just like blurting out random names.
Yeah, that's his name. I remember now. I just didn't know how to say that.
That's crazy. That's a long name, and it's a cool one too.
Abraham DeLacy, Giuseppe Casey, Thomas
Aw,
O'Malley.
they're such a
Hey,
cute
watch a show,
couple.
maybe you learn something new every day. I certainly do.
We
Okay,
all
let's move
do.
on to the final cue you will see in this episode 57. Do you recognize it? The correct answer is the cue for Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin.
Where's that?
One clue left on the board before Final Jeopardy to rack up this last 1,000 points. At the end of Avengers Endgame,
I don't
Steve
know
Rogers
about it, but I'm
passes
trying
his
to
shield
remember.
to this character. I'll need both his superhero name.
Oh, I remember The Brave Little Toaster, Beverly Hills Chihuahua, and of course Freaky Friday.
The correct answer is Val.
And Mean Girls, they made another version of it.
Wilson.
That reminds me. Try not.
Great ending. Endgame. Watching that clip again, I'm just going to do an MCU marathon. We got to do it together. I got to do some sort of MCU marathon video series or something because it is so good, but then I'm turning it off.
But I knew that Aristocats name, I just didn't know exactly how to say it.
Okay, it is time for the part of the game that will
Sounds
ultimately
funny.
determine how proud of yourself you will be for the next 7 days. It is Final Jeopardy time. So let's see what your category is.
See, is it?
Ho ho, the legend returns. It is
before and after.
A lot of you loved this category. I loved this category
it's an
when I
awesome
did it over
category.
6 months ago, or about 6 months ago. I've actually done it
let's
3
see
times.
if it's something
and
I
was
know
like,
about.
And then I looked back, and I saw I haven't done this in 27 episodes. I think episode 30 was the
wow.
last time I did before and after. If you don't know how it works,
or do rhyme time. We enjoyed that category too, Brian.
You'll have to connect the answers to form
so
one
Disney and
sentence,
Disney Renaissance, Disney ABCs, and animals and Disney movie titles.
Sequel to The Rescuers and a song in The Little Mermaid. That answer would be The Rescuers Down Under the Sea.
Huh.
Make sense?
Yep, we know.
Make those wagers.
It's very clever. What should I wager?
All right, time is up. It is time for your before and after clue. And remember, before and after returns in episode 58 next week. So I hope to see you then. Let's check out the final clue, though, of this episode 57. Listen closely. What you hear while a wise elderly baboon presents the future king to the world and anthropomorphic automobiles traverse the United States.
Oh, Circle of Life in Emsworth Borough. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know the other one. Circle of Life. I know Circle of Life, but I don't know the second one.
I didn't want to make it too easy since it is a final Jeopardy. I didn't want to just say the first song you hear at the beginning of The Lion King, because I think a lot of people know that answer, and that would lead you to the
Circle of Life is a highway. Oh yeah, that's on my Pittsburgh's Perfect Party soundtrack.
An elderly baboon presents the king. Anyway, the correct answer and the final correct answer for this episode 57 is Circle of Life is a Highway.
Emsworth and Ross Township. This should be dedicated to the Northwest Hills, the Northern Hills. Long.
Little combination of Lion King and Cars, two of my favorite Disney and Pixar franchises ever. That's going to do it for episode 57 of Disney 100 Jeopardy.
Well,
you know the deal. If you like what you saw, do me a favor.
That
subscribe.
if it's
Click
a
that
classic
bell
Disney
icon.
movie,
Hello,
I'm going
Bell.
to ace it. Hello, Belle.
This way you're notified every time we come out with brand new content. I've got episode 2.
Hello, Princess Lookalike.
Top 5 most missed Universal Orlando attractions. Episode 1, it was back.
Aww,
If you want to check out
Courtney Lupo said that she got the Circle of Life but couldn't get Cars.
Episode 58
Does she live out in Pittsburgh?
Friday night.
Towards Emsworth Borough?
I'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little video. It's to welcome in the season everyone has been waiting for, which is none other than spring. I'm expecting a high amount of decency from this spring in terms of weather. Not too many chilly and wet days or cold and ugly days, you name it. But I won't be surprised if we do get them, because that's how springs have been the past few years, unfortunately. Anyways, this is me, Amelia. Thank you all and good night, and have a happy start to meteorological spring on this Friday evening. Again, thank you all and good night.